Live at 4, this is 13 News Now.
And welcome to 13 News Now at 4. I'm Janet Roach.
And I'm Regina Mobley. First this evening, some parents are raising concerns after Virginia Beach Public School students missed a 6th day of classes.
Yeah, while other divisions started late or went on time today, Virginia Beach schools said it was not safe to have children come to school. Early this morning, the school division tweeted these pictures of bad roads in the Middle Plantation and Kings Forest areas.
13 News Now reporter Elise Brown spoke to parents who are ready for things to get back to normal.
Day 6 of no school here in Virginia Beach. Snow, ice, and slush still cover some of the roads. Parents say safety is priority, but that it's also time to get back to work. With 3 young kids and 2 dogs.
I work from home for customer service, and so I take phone calls. Oops, the dog found her way out.
Murray Quinn has a full house.
So when the kids are home, they're running around and being crazy. I can't really answer the phone because customers can't hear me over my kids being chaotic, so I'm not able to work while they're home.
She says it's nice to take a break from work and have family time, but she's ready for the kids to go back to class, although safety is number one.
We were slipping and sliding on the way home from some appointments yesterday, so I think it's a good idea to have the schools closed. It's just, Mom needs a break.
To pass the time, the family has played in the snow, played games, and even visited the aquarium. Quinn's 10-year-old Brianna is a student at Brookwood Elementary. Do you miss your friends?
I miss my friends just a little, not a lot, because I know that school's gonna be back.
Jaden Lamson also goes to Brookwood. Are you still excited though to go back to school?
No.
No, I thought you just said you missed your teachers.
I did, but it changed my mind.
Road conditions causing schools to cancel.
I'm happy that they did close.
Lamson's mom wants the city to consider plowing more than primary and secondary roads.
I feel like we neglect the neighborhoods. This is why the kids haven't been able to go to school.
We took this right to Public Works and the mayor. Public Works saying some roads are too narrow for large plows.
I wish they would get some smaller equipment.
The mayor says he wants to hear from Public Works within the coming weeks and get public input. In Virginia Beach, Elise Brown, 13 News Now.
All right, well, today's weather should help the last of the snow and ice melt away, we hope. Well, we had temperatures in the 60s, and there is rain on the way tonight, and Jeff Lawson is tracking that for us. Jeff?
Yeah, we're not going to have a lot of rain tonight. It's just going to be small amounts of like drizzle and fog and heavy rain tomorrow, but temperatures overnight are going to be very, very mild. You can see some of the isolated showers already starting to move in. Pretty much moving not in a typical direction. Southwest to northeast is more typical around here. These are moving sort of due north or even a little bit northwesterly. So here's what we're expecting. Out there right now, temperature 65 degrees. We would have been mighty happy for 45 even very recently. And here we are 65, and I'm calling for even warmer readings out there tomorrow. The wind starting to pick up southeasterly at 9. It's going to be gusting as high as 30 miles per hour later tonight and tomorrow. Again, from a warm direction. So that's why these clouds that you're seeing out there are going to start to fill with a little bit more in the way of rain. The forecast for this evening, notice the temperatures don't go down much, but as they do go down a little, more importantly, the rain chances go up. Get rid of some of that snow. Temperatures actually rising overnight. You can see they're fairly low here to start, and then they get higher and higher, and a 50% chance of rain already by 5 o'clock in the morning. This is at the coastline. Not a whole lot of difference coming up. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, but in this case, inland areas, you'll be a little bit different, but not much. Same thing, though, with that trend. More and more rain chances as we go through the overnight, and watch out for some patchy dense fog as well. Obviously, Tim will have you covered in the morning with that, but just plan ahead in case we have some of that. And then another snow chance with a big drop of cold air coming back in from Canada. I'll talk more about that coming up.
All right. Well, you can keep an eye on the weather even when we're not on the air. Download the 13 News Now app for your smartphone or tablet. It gives you access to live radar and weather alerts for your area. New at 4, a homicide investigation in Norfolk. Police tell us they're investigating the death of a 58-year-old man. They got a call last night about an unresponsive person in a home on West 42nd Street near Colley Avenue and found the victim. Police have not said how he died or released his name. We will update you when we learn more.
Right now, parents have a chance to weigh in on the search for a new school superintendent. In Newport News, longtime superintendent Ashby Kilgore announced her retirement last year. Now Brian Nichols is the acting superintendent, but the search is on for a permanent leader. Parents can take an 11-question online survey where they can choose which qualifications they think are necessary for a superintendent. The school board will take the results of the survey and public feedback to determine what qualifications go into the application packet.
I would definitely like them to have more communication with them, showing up more, letting them see their faces a lot more, being a part of what they're doing in school in a day-to-day basis would be awesome.
The next public hearing is Tuesday at 6 o'clock at the Newport News School Administration Building. The survey ends January 21st. The school board plans to announce its new hire by May.
New schools will mean new school zones for Suffolk public school students, and you can weigh in on the plans tonight. Suffolk will open a new elementary school and a new middle school this fall, so they need to shuffle some of the attendance boundaries. Options include changing all elementary and middle school attendance zones or just one or two. The school board is also examining high school attendance zones, and there's a public meeting tonight at 6 in the City Council chambers on Washington Street. Norfolk is working on plans to improve Ward's Corner, and the city wants your input. Ward's Corner is the area around Granby Avenue, Granby Street, and Little Creek Road. In recent years, the city has tried to revitalize the area with new businesses. Now the city is looking at ways to move the area forward, possibly by adding green spaces or bike paths. There's a community meeting on Wednesday at 6 p.m. at the Workforce Development Center on Little Creek Road.
Developing now in Norfolk, a business is shutting down. The city has confirmed that the Sam's Club on Tidewater Drive is closing. Walmart Stores Incorporated owns Sam's Club. Today, the company said on Twitter it was closing stores across the nation by the end of the month. A spokesperson for the city of Norfolk confirmed the Tidewater Drive location is one of the impacted stores. And online, the Sam's Club website no longer lists Norfolk store as a valid location. 13 News Now viewer who says they work at the store also sent us this picture of the letter. It says the store will close to the public on January 26th and that some workers may be eligible for severance pay. So far, there is no indication that any other Hampton Road Sam's Clubs will close. And the Sam's Club closures come as Walmart Stores Incorporated raises wages at Walmart stores. The starting salary for U.S. workers will now be $11 an hour, and eligible employees will get a one-time $1,000 cash bonus and more maternity and parental leave benefits. The retailer says the changes will impact more than 1 million hourly workers in the U.S. The wage increase goes into effect next month.
A court-martial in the expansive Fat Leonard corruption scandal began at Naval Station Norfolk today. Chief Warrant Officer Brian T. Ware is accused of accepting gifts from Leonard Francis, a Singapore-based maritime tycoon, in exchange for phony food and service contracts. Since the investigation started, the Justice Department has filed criminal charges against 28 people, including 2 Navy admirals. 440 other active duty and retired personnel are under review. Navy officials expect more trials to start later this year.
Developing now, an online deal ends with a robbery. Now police officers are looking for these men you see right there. Well, police say last night those men met a man who had been selling a phone on the app OfferUp. When they met outside MacArthur Mall, the suspects pulled out a gun and robbed the seller. Call police if you know who they are.
Well, today some members from the Norfolk Admirals team moved their practice over to MacArthur Center, but the rink was only open for one group. Admirals players John Ray and Don Oliveri threw on their skates and joined members from the Ability Center of Hampton Roads. Kids and adults of all ages came out to learn skills from the pro players. Ability Center Program Director Anna Billar says the center could hardly wait.
This is one of our favorite days of the year. They get so excited. Ice skating obviously is not something that they do on a regular basis, and neither do we, the assistants. So yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful day.
And after 7 years of the partnership, members from the center say they plan to keep coming back.